this video is for if you are implementing Bootstrap into your theme, and I've already got it set up. It's just a couple of things that you will need to do that are essential to making sure that this works. So in this theme, okay, well, let me delete that file before we start. You don't have to do this because you don't have the file, but let me do that. So let me go and take this out so I can work with you guys. Alright, told you my things aren't scripted, but let's get started. Okay, so what we got is I have a footer.php, nothing in the footer, of course. Front page.php that literally just has my content from the index, and you'll see that here in a second. We got our functions.php that's setting up all our functionality. I've got a header.php, but there's nothing in it because I'm going to walk through with you guys. And an index.php, a jQuery min file. We don't need it. We're going to link through the URL, and then our style sheet. So Brian was nice enough to give me the actual website that you guys have kind of worked on in class, and this is what it looks like. Alright, so, and it's set up to be responsive, and it has the drop down. Okay, so what I want to do is we want to transfer this information to Bootstrap. Now the first thing that we need to do is we actually need to link, well, first we need to actually get our header information and then link to Bootstrap. So on my prototype, I'm going to grab from the doc tag all the way down to the navigation. There we go. And I'm going to just hit Command C and then go to my theme. And in the header.php, let's just paste it. Alright. Now, some images are linked to the web, and you actually don't have to put in the blog info for that, but we want to do a couple things here. Now, the first thing I'll do is just get this ready and set up. What I want to do is I want to come down and take a look at the list items, and I want to get rid of these. So from the list items, I want to delete this. And the reason is we want to create a dynamic site where the user can actually generate their own actual navigation bar. So let me save that. And we're going to go in and do this. But first let's link to Bootstrap itself. So let's come over here to our functions. And I want to come down here. And I want to link this using the WP in QE. I think that's what it's called. I have no idea, but let's do that. So let's do WP underscore ENQUEUE underscore, and this is going to be a style because this is for our style sheet itself. So let's go in and hook this up. And what I want to do is I'm going to call this, you can call it Bootstrap, but I'm going to call it Strap. This is like your slug for your theme. So I'm going to say strap underscore, and this is for Bootstrap underscore CSS. So that is getting that. And then let me do a comma here. And what I want to do is I actually want to put in my URL so that links to Bootstrap itself. Now on the website, let's go in and find that CSS. Here it is right here. So I'm going to take this and copy that link. And let's just place it in there. Alright, space this out, and then let me put a semicolon there. And that should be good for that. We'll be able to test this out here in a second. Now let's go in and do another one for our jQuery script itself. So let's do WP underscore, and I'm going to say ENQUEUE underscore, and this is a script, so we need to tell it that it's a script. And let's go in and add this. So I'm going to say this is for the slug, so I'm going to say strap underscore jQuery, because this is for my jQuery and this is a script. So I'm going to put that information in there. All right. And then what I want to do is put the link to jQuery. So with that, let me go back and get my link to jQuery, which is down at the bottom. So here it is, right here. So let me go ahead and grab that. You guys have these links, but you can kind of pause the video and take a look and see what I write. And let me just paste that in. All right. Let me put a semicolon here. Okay, so we got that one hooked up. And then let's do one more. So let's do WP underscore ENQUEUE. All right. And this is also a script. So let me put in script. And what I want to do is, this is for actual the Bootstrap itself. So let's call this strap, because that is my slug, and this is jQuery. And I'm going to say this is for Bootstrap. Okay. Alright, and I'm pretty happy with that. So let me put in my comma. And then let's put in the actual URL here. So go back one more time. And let me go in and find, there it is. So let me copy this. This is for Bootstrap. Copy. And put this in there. Alright. And that is, so we've linked Bootstrap and we've got that set up. So I'm going to save that. And let's go in and take a look what we need to do next. Now, I'm in the header.php, and what we need to do, we need a file here that works for Bootstrap. And this is called a nav walker. So we need to actually go to GitHub and find it. Now, I've already got it up, but you can go in and say, you know, nav walker. And here it is. There. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to download this file and follow the directions that it's telling me to do. So let's go in and go to download zip. I've downloaded it a bunch of times. Let me just drag this off. Okay. So let's open up that folder. And you should see there's a lot of stuff here. But you only need one file. And this is class wp bootstrap navwalker.php. This is the file that we actually need. So let's go in, and we have to actually put it in our themes folder. So if I go to my folder here, and let me go into my content, make sure I'm in the right spot, customs, themes, strap 2, that's the one I'm working on. And what we need to do is we need to paste our nav walker in there. So let me just go ahead and just drag this over and put it in the strap folder. Alright, so it's there. And this is what it looks like. Bunch of code you probably don't know, but that's fine. That's because it's sort of like a plugin, if you want to think of it that way. So we got that. Now we need to actually link this in our functions.php. And on the website, it tells you. So let's go ahead and follow the directions of what it wants us to do. So the first thing we need to do is register this. So let's go ahead and grab this. Let's copy that. Command C. And let's go to our functions.php. And I'm going to do this at the bottom. So let's just hit Command V and paste that in. So now that is set up here. Okay. Now the other thing in the header.php is you probably want to just go ahead and get rid of all of this. I should have linked the font too, so you can do that. I'm going to leave that there because I don't want to kill it, but I don't want to, for the sake of time, I don't want to link that. But we don't need this, so if you want to get rid of that, you can. And let's take a look at what we should do next. So now it's saying, okay, usage. What I need to do is I need to take this and copy this over. So let's take it and hit Command C. and we need to paste it in our unordered list. So let's do Command V here. And the reason it's white is because we haven't put it in our PHP. So let's say PHP, and then let's make sure that we close it. All right, so let's take a look at there's a couple things we need to change. So it's asking about the menu class. The menu class is navbar, navml, and on this you can see that nav class it has a Mr. here. So let's go in and change this to L. And the other thing that we need to change is the container. So we need to go in, our container is in an unordered list. If you don't change this, it will mess up. So let's go in and change this to an unordered list, and let's hit save, and let's see if it worked. And usually this is all you need. Now depth, if you don't have a drop down, if you have drop downs, then that means literally like if you hover over one item, it has a drop down. You'll keep that at 2. If you don't have any drop downs, you can change this to 1 if you like. But let's go in and see if our site is working. So let me go in and say localhost customs admin. And let's go in and see if our theme is working. And it's not working. And the reason is because I did forget to tell WordPress where my head ends. So let me go in and add that and say PHP, and then let me say WP underscore head, and let's go in and add that. So now let's see if this is working at this point. Aha, there it is. So you can see if I take this out, delete that, and then I go back, you notice that I just killed my site. So it is required telling WordPress where your head ends. So if I hit save and then I look back, it works. So now Bootstrap is fully implemented, and hopefully my drop down works, and it does. All right, and you can move that however you see fit and play around with that, but that's how you implement Bootstrap. So that's the end of this. Thank you for watching.